Hey, Jack here again, and I just want to say, great decision for wanting to get prepared. We need more smart people like you. Like I said earlier, the more we're all prepared, the less likely for utter chaos and rampant lawlessness. But being prepared for the worst doesn't stop with fortifying your home. Sam will give you the necessary knowledge to bunker down and stockpile your home. But what if this disaster wipes out your area and things get a lot worse? What if power is shut off in your area to consolidate the upheaval and violence? Doesn't knowing basic outdoor survival skills make sense too? In 2004, the Indian Shore tsunamis wiped out shops, stores, and food supply routes for hundreds of thousands of people and killed 230,000 more people because they lacked basic survival skills. As I mentioned in the video, when Katrina hit in 2005, stores closed, looters ran wild, and everyday, hard-working folks were forced into FEMA relief camps. In 2010, the Haitian earthquake followed by the Chilean earthquake killed more than 316,000 people. Survivors are still struggling to reestablish access to food and the basic necessities of life. In 2011, after the Tohoku tsunami in Japan, over 300,000 people were evacuated to government camps. 2012 brought us Sandy and then the Oklahoma and Texas tornadoes in 2013. In other words, a crisis can end up lasting a lot longer than anticipated. And these are just the natural disasters. What happens when a food crisis hits or the dollar collapses? While Sam will give you the tools necessary for stockpiling the right foods to keep your family fed through the crisis, doesn't basic outdoor survival skills make sense too? Skills you can use should a crisis turn into a longer than anticipated disaster. Think about how much talk is already in the news about food crisis and the dollar collapsing. Is this a warning sign? You bet it is. Overspending, corporate bailouts, and printing money out of thin air has become the normal operating procedure for our government as it continues to drive us deeper in debt. We know this. And most Americans can smell the upheaval and chaos in the air. They don't know what to do about it. They feel stuck between a rock and a hard place. It's too much for many people to even think about. The early warning signs are right here in front of us, and this has the potential to start getting very real, very ugly, and very dangerous for your survival. Unless you take immediate action to protect yourself and your family, you may find yourself a victim of circumstances. What will happen if the dollar does collapse? Are you prepared? Will you be able to keep your family safe from the unprepared zombie attacks, not to mention the looming food crisis I've already outlined? Doesn't knowing some basic outdoor survival skills make good sense? You know, just in case you need to worry about your once good-loving neighbor turned into savages willing to do whatever it takes and attack you for your food and water? Or worse, have to deal with the criminally insane as they ransack, loot, and pillage your home, your child's bedroom, and have sick men doing as they please with your family, your children, or your grandkids, while you're forced to sit and watch because you've left yourself helpless and unprepared. Could you live with yourself if you let that happen? All because you decided it's not going to get that bad? What if you're wrong? It's time for a serious gut check. I know these are ugly things to consider, but do you want to be herded along with the rest of the crowd, or are you going to take a stand and decide to survive in spite of everything? That's why I want to introduce you to Tom. Tom is short for Tactical Operation Methods. Listen, I don't know why the military assigns all these names to different things, but what I do know is that it works to keep your family safe and out of harm's way. Tom shows you how to take survival to the next level, should the worst happen. If you're forced out of your home because of circumstances beyond your control, where will you go without being subject to Camp FEMA? Can you keep your family safe when you don't have extreme survival skills needed in the worst case scenario? Tom takes you to the next level and shows you how to survive the urban landscape with minimal skills and the barest of tools. This easy-to-follow and fierce guide will help keep you and your family safe. Never second guess about what to do next in any survival situation. No more struggling with indecisiveness that can turn you into wounded prey for a zombie attack. You'll always be ready for the worst, and you'll never be caught with your pants down. You'll have a plan for any scenario, any emergency, and your survival skills will be second nature. There's no thinking once these tactics become embedded into your subconscious. That's because Tom's intense training gets you ready by doing practical exercises every day, not later when it's too late and the zombies are pounding down your door. Listen, I, like you, hope this never happens. But if it does, isn't it better to know how to protect your family? With Tom's help, you don't just get prepared and feel safer, you actually gain more confidence than you've ever had before. Your survival skills will become razor sharp, helping you stay optimistic day in and day out. There's a certain kind of satisfaction that reaches your inner core when you know you can handle anything that comes your way. For starters, we'll cover the basics like emergency lighting and what to stock in an emergency pantry on the go. You'll discover how to start a fire and how to safely put out a fire, as well as how to choose the best spot for a campsite. How are you supposed to know where to pitch a tent? This video will show you where to post up. Unlike the unprepared zombies who are living in pain and misery because they can't let themselves get caught off guard, you'll know the exact steps to take to keep your family safe and healthy. You'll know how to avoid trouble zones and keep you and your family out of harm's way. No more worrying, frustration, or hopelessness because you have the exact plan for every possible move you need to make. Avoid the mistakes that make most people give up and effortlessly get the supplies you need for long-term survival. How would it feel to save time and money while making your survival shopping more enjoyable? Survival shopping can be a fun, liberating experience once you realize the precise tools you'll need for the most dire of circumstances. Tom will show you a cornucopia of hidden survival stockpiles that don't cost an arm and a leg for basic survival necessities. Your killer survival instincts will kick into high gear, and you'll be welcoming back a lot of feelings of independence and freedom you thought were gone forever. All the while you're learning survival skills that would make Bear Grylls grin ear to ear. You'll learn to hone in and strengthen your weak spots and turn yourself into a survival samurai. And if you find yourself without power, you'll learn how to keep your babies warm in bone-chilling temperatures. This is especially important if you live in a place where temperatures drop below freezing and could cause hypothermia or worse. If you don't know how to stay warm without power, it's game over. This is an in-depth video training course that prepares you like a master samurai should you find yourself in the deep stuff. You'll get 7 training videos in all. Tom covers everything from basic outdoor survival to fending off a pack of crazed zombies. You won't find this intense training anywhere else. This is extensive and in-depth training on surviving the urban landscape in the most extreme conditions. What happens if you lose the right to go to your home? What if your area is deemed uninhabitable? Knowing basic outdoor survival skills will keep you alive and out of Camp FEMA. Listen, do you honestly think if the government knows a real crisis is about to happen, they're going to tell the American public? Or are they going to prepare for it as best they can and pick up the pieces along the way? Don't kid yourself. If and when a crisis hits, you're on your own, which is why Tactical Operation Methods also covers gun control issues and shows you the quickest way to arm yourself against unsuspecting intruders. This video will show you how to select the ideal rifle for a bug-out situation and how to shoot it. Whether you own a gun or not, Tom will show you some simple yet extremely powerful self-defense tactics that will leave the enemy running for help. Don't be a victim. These power pack and intense training modules teach you everything you need to know to survive in the outdoors. Even if this never happens, which I pray it doesn't, it's still valuable knowledge to have to protect you and your family. Other survival camps can cost $500 or more, not to mention transportation costs and time off from work to do it. That could end up costing over $2,000 for your family. Tactical Operation Methods lets you move at your own pace and gives you real-life training scenarios just like the boot camps without all the added expense. You get 7 intensive training modules that will turn you into a survival specialist. This program was suggested for the retail price of $497, but now since we can deliver the entire training online, you can join Tactical Operation Methods right now and get everything you need to protect your family during any disaster and keep you and your family safe and out of harm's way for a huge discount. You heard that right. No monthly billing and no ongoing fees like other survival clubs. That's less than a family night out at the movies. And when you join in the next few minutes, I'm including 8 incredibly valuable resources. Number 1, the Total Operation Manager Field Guide. This guide builds on the videos and fills in any other information you need to keep your family safe outdoors. Number 2, the Complete Bug Out Bag Guide. This will show you a complete detail of what you include in your bug out bag and the skills you need to use it. Number 3, 80 uses for old newspaper. When your home is gone, your trash becomes your treasure, and this guide will show you the 80 ways you can use newspaper outdoors. Number 4, 60 uses of baking soda. Baking soda is a very cheap ingredient that can be used for many things. One of the most common is cleaning anything from vegetables to clothes. Number 5. 60 uses of vinegar. Vinegar is a very strong and effective ingredient for many things. It can be used for everything from healing arthritis to treating skin burns. It can also be used as a cleaner and a degreaser. These are just a few of the 60 ways you can use vinegar. Number 7. 60 uses for salt. Although you may not realize it, simple table salt has a great number of uses other than simply seasoning your food. These 60 uses will help you be more resourceful with simple table salt. Number 8. 10 teas. The 10 teas are made from plants. Each one has a different benefit. For example, persimmon tea is rich in vitamin C and is used as a helpful tonic. Just click the button below to get instant access to the tactical operation methods with the 8 bonus resources and sharpen your survival skills to become a master survivalist who can withstand any situation. There's no risk because you're totally covered by my no-nonsense, no-questions-asked 30-day money-back guarantee. Click the button below and you'll be given an exclusive pass to 7 of the best survival training procedures you need to know to keep your body and soul together as well as your family's safety and get through any crisis no matter how bad. Sometimes just surviving takes a bold act of courage. Fear is a part of life. It's a warning mechanism. It tells you when there's danger around. Its job is to help you survive. That's all. Any fear you have is 100% dependent on you not doing anything. As soon as you take positive action, the fear vanishes and is replaced with bold confidence and self-assurance that you can handle whatever comes your way. Tom will give you that self-confidence to survive no matter what happens. You will know how to handle the worst disaster situations with ease and confidently keep you and your family out of harm's way. Get the tactical operations methods needed to protect your family. Click the button below to add Tom to your account, and I'll see you on the inside.